Joining us today is Jeff Cruz and Juan Cruz, based out of Dallas, Texas. They are two producers and agency builders in Family First Life. My name is Alexander Straight, and I'm super duper excited to have you guys on the call today. How you guys doing?
Doing great.
You guys sound like brothers. Said the same thing at the same time. That was awesome. Laughed the same way too. That's awesome. So, well, really appreciate you guys hopping on this call today. I know you guys have been having a lot of success. Juan, you've been around a little bit longer than Jeff. Jeff, an absolute rocket ship to start your FFL career. So, Juan, we're going to go ahead and start off with you. Why don't you go ahead and kind of just introduce yourself to everyone and just let us know a little bit about kind of your background and how you ended up finding Family First Life in the insurance industry.
Absolutely. Appreciate the opportunity, Alexander. Well, I got to say, I've been in the industry since 2012. I was in a practice company, and it was a captive company. And I was looking for an opportunity where I could generally help families. But I want to be able to help all kinds of families, not the ones with only great health or the ones that were athletes. I wanted to be able to help walk into a home and meet someone that maybe financially couldn't because they didn't think they could qualify, or maybe had a situation that would prevent them to get the best coverage, but offer the opportunity. And when I was searching on the internet and seeking, I saw different companies and then Family First Life. And I remember watching a video where Cassandra Carter, who's the person I signed up with, put a video out there and was teaching just the basics. And I heard her, how she spoke, how soft she spoke, and what the information she shared, and it impacted me. And I said, I got to call her, and I got to find a way to get a hold of her. And a call just similar to this, I called her, and she gave me some instructions, some information, and the rest is history. I made home with Family First Life, and can't get me out of here even if you scrape me off.
That's awesome. That's awesome. There's a saying I heard that, in today's information age, ignorance is a choice, right? And it's one of those things that, you found her on YouTube, and that's the power of information and technology, is that objectively there are things that are better than others. And if you just take the time to actually explore and see what's out there, objectively, it's hard to argue that having the highest comp, having access to leads, and then finding a good mentor, finding someone good to work with really makes all the difference in business. So that's awesome. And how many months have you been here now specifically?
I started July 1st of 2021.
Okay. Gotcha. Perfect. And then a ballpark, do you know about how many families you've protected so far since you started your FFL career? Ballpark.
I would probably think close to 100. I'm probably in the 80s or 90s right now.
Cool. Gotcha. I went and looked it up. You're about 120 families actually. So surprise. But yeah, that's awesome. So 120 families since July 1st. So definitely starting to get that consistency. And it's one of those things that if you want to learn from someone, got to find someone actually doing it. So great job, Juan. That's awesome. So Juan, talk to us a little bit about, obviously now with your brother in business, you got to step it up and take it to the next level, right? You can't talk about how amazing this is, have your brother get on and have your brother outperform you. So talk to us a little bit about kind of your goals for the rest of the year. And then we're going to start diving into lead strategy, how you guys run, stuff like that. But what are your goals both on a production side and kind of from a business building side? Because I know you've started that as well.
Yes. Well, Hall of Fame is done. December 15th, it'll be done. So that's going to be given before December 15th. Hall of Fame is done. That'll be most important. That's where I'm working on now. I've had a little hiccups moving and stuff like that. I moved to another city, so had a little bit of hiccups, but nonetheless, no excuses. Hall of Fame is done. That is, I'm going to serve 400 families. End of story. That's going to happen. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm working on recruiting 3 to 5 people and helping them start their business per month. That's my goal. And so take 3 to 5, carry them, and then take 3 to 5 and carry them. And basically, I also understand that change is a good thing. And I want somebody who's listening to this today who's saying, I'm not ready for the change. Well, change stands for choose happiness and never give excuses. So you got to understand that if you are looking for something different, you have to do something different. And if you're doing something different, 9 times out of 10, the results that you're looking for will be found in that difference. And that's where I'm at now. I constantly on the phone with my coach, constantly on the phone with Alexander, say, hey, man, you got to go see more families. You got to help more families. You got to help more families. Well, you also got to be accountable. And when you just don't do it, then you got to hear it. And so at the end of the day, my job is to make sure that not only my brother's having success, and that's great, but I got to have the success and I have to push forward. In order to teach others to do, I've got to first be taught. So if I don't have the teachability spirit, I won't be able to teach nobody. So you got to be teachable and coachable first. In your mind, you got to understand that there's things that you think are correct that are not correct. But at the end of the day, you have to have your head focused on you're going to build a business, a big business. You have to have a big mindset. And so it was not by coincidence that we were on the plane back, that I was there on the plane with you. It's not by coincidence. This is all opportunity, because this is how you get close to someone and you learn their habits and what their work ethic is, and you're going to duplicate that. And that's where I'm at right now. So Hall of Fame is done. 3 to 5 new agents that I'm going to help build their business, and we're going to build a big agency and a big business.
I'm like ready to run through a brick wall. That was awesome. Dude, and one, like a lot of people don't know you. Like they see your selfies in Slack with the clients, which is awesome. Definitely keep that up. Whether or not someone says it, it motivates them, right? They see that, and that's awesome to see your client selfies. But you've got one of the best attitudes, I think, of anyone I've ever met in my life. You're always so gracious. You're always calling and saying, yes, coach. Yeah, absolutely, coach. I'll get that done, coach. And just a testament to you. And like you're talking about your coachability and teachability and just the plug and play, man. If everyone could have your exact same attitude, your exact same gratitude, and come in and work hard, there's no doubt they can have success. So just a testament to you, bro. So it's awesome.
And one of the things, Alexander, is that the road to success is not always going to be straight. You'll have curves called distractions. You'll have loopholes called confusion. You'll have red lights called enemies. You'll even have some caution lights called family. But if you have a flat tire, or if you even you'll have a flat tire called a job. But if you have a spare tire called determination, an engine called perseverance, and a driver named Jesus, in my case, you'll make it to a place called success. So you just got to be focused, and you got to be accountable, and you got to understand this is a business. This is a business where you're going to leave a legacy to not only other people's families, but you're going to leave a legacy to your family, and that should be important.
And we got to cut that 60-second part, make it an Instagram. That was awesome. Hey, that deserves, I was going to say JC for Juan Cruz, but it's also JC for Jeff Cruz. And so let's drop another JC in the chat. And while we're at it, Juan, go ahead and plug your Instagram, because you post a lot of great FFL content. What's your Instagram real quick, Juan?
I am Juan Cruz. It's letter I, letter A, M, JUAN, CRUZ.
Awesome. You guys follow Juan. He posts some great content, and I'm telling you, that kind of attitude, download it into your brain every day. Just imagine what that can do for your business. And so that's awesome, Juan.
Listen, guys, if you're listening to this real quick, you just heard the mindset, but I promise you, you're not talking positive, you're going to be feeding negative. And, a lot of people say this, selling or helping 40 families is impossible. Becoming Hall of Fame is impossible. Well, the word itself defines and lets you know that's incorrect, because in the word impossible, if you split it says, I'm possible. So when you're sharing it, it's just a point of view. Some people today are seeing it as half cup full. Some are seeing it as half cup empty. I choose to see it half full, and I'm going to fill up to the top. You could be worrying about being empty. Well, guess what? If you think that way, that's what you're going to capture. And that's what Jeff was just sharing. We don't talk negative. Hey, you got 12 families that you have appointments for? Let's work on 4 more. Let's get that 16. Let's get better. Why? Because either you could be better or you could be bitter. But one of those two is the ones you're going to sign up for. And I'd rather be better than bitter. So I've chosen to watch out what I hear, what I say. If you're not sitting around and watching, if you have an account on Netflix and that's where you're spending most of your time, then that's where you're going to also reap your harvest. And don't tell me that you're going to put a seed on top of a wall and expect the results. You got to plant it and expect the results of what you planted. So guess what? Let's go ahead and dig that seed in your mind and say, you know what? Tomorrow's going to be better than today, because I'm going to work towards becoming better today than tomorrow. How am I going to do that? Watching these webinars, listening to anything that FFL posts out. Hey, listen, anything that you're taking in, your mind is recording, and guess what? Your heart receives and accepts, and next thing you know, you're speaking it. When you're speaking into existence, what you're doing is you're creating a different pattern that maybe your mom, your dad, your grandparents didn't do. Maybe you're going to take yourself, and maybe you'll be that person who changes the legacy for families to come because of your mindset, because mindset is everything. And guess what? My mind cannot play tricks on me, because I will not allow it.
I'm all fired up over here. I don't know if you guys can see the chat, but it's kind of heating up. May have to get some air conditioning, because there's a bunch of fire emojis. So it's going pretty well. So that's awesome. Let's dive a little bit into the dial day structure. And because mindset is absolutely an important part of it, but without the structure and discipline as a business owner, it's impossible to have success. And so you guys mentioned that, you guys live across town from each other, but you come together for your dial days. Talk to us a little bit about, for example, we have work spots, right, where you can plug into any office around the company, right, around the country. And so whether it's dialing from home together with someone, whether it's getting on a Zoom live dials, or whether it's like a work spots office, talk to us a little bit about your dial day structure. When do you start? When do you finish? Like if I'm actually like, someone's like, teach me the how, let's go into the how.
First thing is today I start my morning at 6:15 in the morning. Get my prayer in, get my mind focused on what I'm going to do. I left where I live in Garland, and I came to my brother in North Richland Hills, and I was at his door at 7:40 this morning. Why? Because it's going to take me about 10 minutes to get set up. We're going to do what we need to do our prayer, and start our day. And we're going to dial. And what happens is every time he has an appointment and he hangs up, he goes, one, or he'll let me know that he's got an appointment, and I'll do the same. And that pushes us. Why? Because at the same time, we're motivating each other, but we're going toward the common goal, which is getting the appointments. And what we do is we'll set a certain amount of appointments. We have to have 7, 8 appointments before we go to lunch. If you don't have 7, 8 appointments, no lunch. You didn't earn it, so don't eat it. That's simple as that. So that's what we do. And then we'll rock the day. And no matter what it takes, we're not going to end without the appointments. That's the structure we started, and it's been working for us. Right now, my brother's killing me in appointments this morning. He's doing really good, but he's beating me by 3. But at the end of the night, we're going to have to be clear even, or we're going to have to be me ahead. One of the two is going to beat. But guess what? But at the end of the day, that's what we do. We don't go out for lunch and sit around an hour and a half. We ain't got that time. We got 30 minutes. We're just figure out what we're going to do. If we can eat something here, we're going to make a sandwich real quick, and let's go ahead and get back onto the phones, because we have an objective. There are families who have filled out a form and are waiting for my phone call and are waiting for me to come knock on their door and serve them and their family. So my job is to go ahead and get every single lead and call it, contact it, make contact with the person, and collect an answer. I get paid for both answers, guys. I get paid whether they say no. I get paid when they say yes. I get paid when they hang up. I get paid either way. Why? Because my job is to go ahead and get that form answered. I got to collect the decision. So my job is to collect the decision, and that's the mindset we take.
There you go. How do you determine, Juan, whether you're going to be doing something in person or whether you're going to be doing a telesale?
Well, when I'm going through the script, I say, hey, did I catch you at a good time? We can take care of this right now. We'll solve this right now.
Let's hear the script, man. I'm going to put you on the spot. You got your script ready?
Sure.
All right, cool. So what kind of lead am I?
Instant.
I'm an instant internet lead. Okay, so if you're watching this and you don't know FFL, we have access to instant internet leads. They are people who go online, fill out a quote form for life insurance, and then those quote forms come to us. And so this would be an example of an instant internet lead, someone looking for a life insurance quote. So I'm going to be a 27-year-old male because I am a 27-year-old male. All right, Juan, so you're going to try to book me.
That sounds good. Ring, ring.
Hello?
Hello, Alexander?
Yeah, who's this?
Alexander, this is Juan. I'm with the Benefits Center of Dallas County. The reason for my call is just to let you know we did receive the form you filled out online where you requested information about the state life insurance benefits that are available to you. I have your date of birth here as 10/26/74. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. What was this for again?
This is about the state life insurance benefits. It came in by email, alexanderstraight@gmail.com. Do you recognize that email?
Yeah, that's right.
Great. So I was just letting you know, I'm dispatched to the area tomorrow to you requested, or is now a good time we could resolve this right now?
How long does it take?
Takes about 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, let's just do it right now.
Sounds great. Let me grab my sheet real quick. Great. So I have your name here as Alexander Straight. Is that correct?
That's right.
Yep. 10/16/27.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to ask you a few questions. There's going to be some financial, some medical,
Cool.
And then I'm going to find out what you qualify for and get that information out to you. Ready?
Ready. So basically at that point, you dive right into your appointment right there on the spot. Okay.
Listen.
What if I said I didn't have time? No, man, I'm busy. I'm actually at work right now.
Okay. What time do you get out?
Just depends on the day, man. I'm super busy. It could be 4, it could be 6.
I got a 7:15 available. It takes 15 minutes of your time. Would that work better for you? That gives you get home and settle?
7:15 today or tomorrow or
Today. We'll
yeah, I could be. I'll be home at 7:15.
Sounds great. So I'm going to go ahead and text you now some information just to confirm, and just text me yes so that I know that you received the information. And I look forward to speaking to you at 7:15. Okay.
Okay, gotcha. So that would be for like a
Great.
virtual appointment. If you're booking a virtual, that's how you would do it. Got it. Okay, that's awesome. And then from a, I know we already talked a little bit about your business goals, but to kind of wrap up this call here today, if you guys have any other tips, tricks, or anything else that you guys want to share, whether it's about your business structure, whether it's about your goals, whether it's about if someone's watching this and they kind of relate it, or just anything at all. You know, obviously you guys have great attitudes. You guys are getting really good results, and a lot of people want to know as much as possible to make sure that they can have similar success to you guys.
Appreciate you. Well, I just want everybody to focus today and understand that even the greatest was once a beginner. Don't be afraid to take the first step. Hey, listen, guys, by going in and someone like Alexander Straight or your coach wants to go ahead and gear up and fix up some words in your conversation that will give you better results. So don't let the situations or the occurrences or the people who hang up on you determine your future, because the greatest at one point in time was a beginner. And you have to have that in your heart. And you might be in your beginning stages now, but I know one thing for a fact, and that is that the beginner can become the greatest, because it takes practice, it takes time, it takes determination, it takes mindset, and it takes the willingness to say, you know what, I'll begin today, but my tomorrow will be better. Why? Because I'm going to be greater tomorrow based on what I learned today. So just keep that spirit, that mindset that you will be the greatest, but right now you're a beginner. It's okay. We all began one day, and you will be great. And I'll see you at the top. I'll see you collecting your Hall of Fame jacket right next to me. Take care. God bless.